So before we start, let me introduce myself first. I'm Dio, CAD application engineer for AutoCAD systems in Bahad. So before we start, we need to know what is an isometric drawing. An isometric drawing is a 2D representation of a 3D isometric projections. So basically, we need at least two views of an object like this side view and this front view in order to produce this isometric drawing of the object. At the end of the class today, we will understand the basic operations and features of isometric drafting and is able to create an isometric drawing. And these are the dimensions of the sample exercise that we are going to practice in the class later. So in case you can see the screen, you can see the dimensions, you can screenshot in now. Okay. So we are wasting in time. Let's move on. So every time when we open a new AutoCAD software, we need to click on this new button to create a new project. After we enter this drawing surface interface, we can see this button called isometric drafting. If you can see this button appear here, you can go to this customization and make sure isometric drafting is checked. So after this is checked, you will see this button. And in this isometric drafting, we have three isoplane, which is the left, top, and right. You can click on this drop down here. You can click on this drop down here to switch in between these isoplane, or you can press F5 on your keyboard to switch in between these three planes. So you can type L in your command bar to draw a line, or you can press on this button. So let me draw a. So if you want to draw straight line in this isometric drafting mode, you can turn on this auto mode. So it will help you to draw straight line, which is based on your isoplane. Okay, and let me draw some straight line also. Okay. So if you didn't turn on this auto mode, you can also draw lines while pressing Shift. So this is I turn off auto mode. But if I press Shift, this it will help us to draw straight line. So it depends your preference. And let's move on to the sample exercise. For those who just joined our meeting or our class, you can screenshot these dimensions. Sorry, give me 1 minute. I changed something. I'm back. Sorry for the technical issue. I will share the screen now. So, okay. So for who just joined the class, you can screenshot these dimensions and we move on to our drawing, our sample exercise. Okay, I will give you 10 seconds to screenshot it. Okay, so okay, I think everyone is done. So I will proceed. So I'll draw the first line. Again, we can type out in your command bar, or we can click on this button to draw a straight line. And then, so let's draw the first line, which is from here to here. And the dimension will be 240 plus 5175, which is 9575. 9575, and the height will be the height would be from here to here, which is 6,000. Okay, 6,000, 9575, 6,000. Then we need to switch our isoplane by pressing F5 from here to here, which is 11050. 11050. And we can, if we want to draw the line again, we can use the command copy. We can type CO in the command bar. Then we specify the base point, click on it, and we copy it to another point. We can do the same thing to this point, to this line also. Copy, paste, paste, and paste. So we don't need to draw the line again and again. And now we want to remove this unwanted line. We can type TR for trim, or we can click on this button here. So we click here to trim. You can press on your left click of your mouse and drag the mouse to drag this line to treat the thing. Then we draw another structure here with a width of 7850 and a length of 3775. So we can draw a line, find the center midpoint here. If you didn't find this midpoint, you can go to this drop down, object snap, and make sure this setting is checked. This button will allow you to find the midpoint of the line. So this triangle is showing you this is the midpoint at this point. So we need to draw a line 3775, and then we draw a line 7850. 7850, and then we can move this line to this point. We type M in one command bar for move, enter, and find the midpoint as the base point and paste here. So if you want to draw another two lines, we can copy this line, paste here, and paste here. So the height of this line will be 6000 also. 6000. Then we copy CO for copy, select, and select, enter, specify base point, and paste here. Then we do the same thing here. Okay, and now we can trim the lines. Here. And then we copy here. Trim again. Then CO for copy. Space point, place here. Then now we will proceed to the roof. The roof with a height 2287, so we can draw a line here first. Find the midpoint, 2287. And then we find the length. The length will be, oh, sorry, just now, this one will be 7850. This one will be okay, oh, that's okay. So the length will be 1050 plus 440 plus 5175, which is 10625. Okay. So we draw a line, change the isoplane, 10625. And this length is 800, and the thickness of the roof is 200. So we can switch our isoplane, draw a line here, 800, and go out 200, and connect it to here. And then we can remove this line, draw a line with a length 200, and place it here. And we can do the same thing at another side. 800, 200. Here, draw the line here. Then we can trim this line first. And these two lines here. Then we can use these blue selections and then this green selection to select these few lines. Okay. Then we type CO in our command bar, copy, select the base point, and place here. Okay. And then we remove this line, and this line. And then this one should be straight line. Okay. Then we do the same thing, type CO, copy, paste it here, here, and here. Then we can use the command of trim, TR. Pull your left click on your mouse and drag to trim the lines. Okay. Trim all this line. Here also. Then here. So the roof of the first building is done now. Okay, and trim this few line. So we move to the next roof. The next roof, we need to look at the dimensions. It's 2287 minus 451. So it will be 1836. And it will go up here 950. So switch our isoplane first. Find the midpoint 950. Go up 1836. Then do the same thing here. 950. Switch our isoplane again by pressing F5. 800s. Go up 200s. Then we connect it to here. Then we can remove this line. Draw the line here, reference line, 200s. Then it will get here. Then do the same thing here. Or you can copy this thing and place here. CO, select base point, then place here. And then draw a line again. 800s, 200s. Place here. If you want to repeat the previous command, you don't need to type L again. Just press Enter, and you will repeat the previous command that you entered. So you will boost up your efficiency. Then we have to place another thing here, so we can draw a line. 800. Then we copy, select these buildings here and here. And we type CO, set base point. Then we place it here. Then we can remove this line first. Okay. And then remove the line here. Then we draw a line here from here to here. Again, we type CO, copy, paste here, here, and here. Okay. Then use TR, trim all this line here. Because this line shouldn't be seen because the view of the roof is blocking, so you should trim it. Okay. Trim here, here. Okay. And this line, we can type EX for extend. Yeah, and then we trim this line. So if you want to extend some line, you can type EX, handle, and select the line. And you will automatically extend to the next point. Then we trim here. So it will basically the same as our building now. So what we need to do is we need to add on the furniture like windows, the door, the balcony. So let's move on. We can type I for insert. And we can go to the block. And this block, I already draw it because we don't have enough time. So I will teach you how to draw a block. Okay. First, you need to draw an object like 3000. 3000. Okay. And then you select the whole thing. You type B in your command bar, enter block, and you give it a name like window testing or Windows 7. Pick point, select this point, and then you turn off this thing first, and you click OK. And this Windows 7 will appear in your drawing now. So you can, if you turn on this repeat placement, you can place multiple of this block. So you don't need to draw the item again and again. So let us place all these window and door first. So place it here. Then place a balcony. Place it here. Then I place the window here. Window 1, 2, 1, 2, then 1, oh, not this one, should be this one, 1, 2. Then we move to the other side. Okay, this door, this balcony, then there's 2 windows here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 windows here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now there's a problem here because in the iso drafting mode, we shouldn't see this line because this balcony will block the line of the door. And what we need to do is we delete this thing first and we place another door here. And then we type PO for boundary in our command bar. And then we pick point. We click this internal point. And then we another one. We click enter. And then we use this blue selection. Select on this point. And then we type M, specific base point, and move it. And this will be our the block, and this will be our new polylines because we cannot trim this block, but we can trim this polyline. So we delete this block, and then we type M again for move. Select this whole object, specific the base point, and then we place it here. So now we can trim this polyline without trim away this block. Okay, hope you understand this because this is very helpful. So okay, now basically our everything is done now. So there's another thing because if you want to edit the block like this, you can left click and right click and click on this block editor, and then you enter this block editor mode, and now you can edit this thing. There's another thing in isometric mode that we need to take care about, which is the circle. Because we don't use circle in the isometric drafting, we will use the iso circle because the circle we draw is 2D. It will not change the direction of it. But if you choose this one, this ellipse here, exit and then we type I, or we in the command bar, or we click here, iso circle, that specific center point. You can see in this iso circle is follow the dimensions or follow the angle of the isometric drafting. Then we click the F5, the angle of the iso circle will change. And then actually there's another thing called filler. I think most of the people who have experience on using AutoCAD will know. So I'll show you why we don't use filler. Okay, so delete this thing first. Select line. Then make a rectangle. 5, 5, 5. Then we type F for filler. Then we type R for radius. Enter the radius and filler. And then we use the isometric, the iso circle. Specify the center. Center will be here. Then the radius will be 2.5. And now you'll see the difference between the filler and the iso circle. The curve line created by the filler is not as smooth as this iso circle. And this is what we want in our drawing, but not this. So after we create a iso circle, we can use the command trim to trim away this unwanted line. So the curve line we produce is perfect. Okay. And then we move back to our drawing. So you can click on this close block editor one every time when you finish editing your block and save change to Windows 7. Okay, and now I will teach you how to color your drawing. You can click on here, hatch, and then we select this solid, and then we choose the color we want, like this. Then we click on the place that we want to color, like the roof. Then after you finish editing the color, you can click on this close hatch creations, and then we continue the operation by choosing another color like white, paint on the wall, and like this. So if you keep repeating all this procedure, you will get something exactly like this. And if you want to make your window look nicer, you can also go to here, click gradient, and select two color. This feature will create a hatch patterns with two different color, like this. Okay, so there's another thing in this isometric drafting, which is dimension. So we create a new project first, then we create line 5. We put a dimensions like this. If you want this dimension is horizontal, we can type beam edit, and then we select this oblique, select this object, undo, and undo maybe 150. Okay, so it's not 150, should be 30. And this line will be horizontal to this drawing line. So more example, dimension like this. I want this line horizontal to this line. So beam edit, select oblique, select object, undo, try 150. Okay, so this dimension line will perpendicular or parallel to the line we draw. And there's another thing called single line. Okay, so I draw something like this, and I simply type something like CAD system. And this line is not horizontal, but I want it like perpendicular to the isoplane we choose. So we can click on it, right click, property, and we go to find this obliquing. Let us try -30. Okay, so we made 30. Yeah, so it will parallel to the isoplane we choose. Because just now, this thing is not what we want in our drawing when we want to place some text in our isometric drafting. So that's all for the isometric drafting class today. So before we end our class, you can go to our Facebook page, like our page and subscribe. So every time when we have new free online lessons, you can see our upcoming free online lessons through these flyers. Then you can, of course, you can watch back our previous FOL video. There's a lot of video conducted by us, or you can get more information here like our events or the training conducted by us. And this will be our, okay. And this is our previous free online lesson video. So that you can also go to our website, acadsystems.com, and scroll down to the most bottom. And these flyers are also showing the upcoming free online lessons. You can click into here, and then you can copy this link to join on that day, or you can click here to register. And the more detailed information will be shown here, like the date, what we will learn in the class. If you have any questions, you can click on this button over bottom right here to contact or chat with our live chat agent. And of course, we have a YouTube channel. You can search our company name AutoCAD System on YouTube channel and subscribe. So once we have any new video or the free on lesson recording, you can click here and watch. So if you have any question on watching the video, you can drop a comment here and we will reply to you. So do you have any questions? You can ask in the meeting chat. I will try my best to answer your question. I think everyone should be okay, right? Because no one is asking questions. So I think we will end the class today. And if you have any questions, you can contact us here, live chat, and you can select which agent to ask and ask them your questions. And we also provide training for software like AutoCAD, Inventor or Revit. You can click here, train me, course syllabus to check out our syllabus. And we provide training like AutoCAD Essential, 3D Advanced, or Revit Architectural, MEP. You can see more details information here, like what we teach in the class. Like in the advanced class, we will teach more about the isometric drafting here. So we will give a more detailed information and the teaching material to you. So thank you everyone. Thanks for watching my lesson today. Hope to see you next time. Thank you.